Our journey continues in the United States to learn how clothing, once collected, is distributed in 1,000-pound bales and transported in full containers to different parts of the world. This is Secondhand Garment, traveling the world. Wondered how the garment you donated gets a second life in another country or even another continent? Garson & Shaw will show you. But first, let's quickly recall how your donated garments get collected. Planet Aid welcomed us to learn about its secondhand clothing collection model.
This facility has approximately 2,200 donation bins in the area and 11 donation centers. How this works is our drivers are sent out on a daily basis with a predetermined route. They will run in certain area, whatever area we assign them to. They will go and collect everything that is inside the donation bins as well as anything that is outside the bin to keep our site hosts happy, keep the areas clean.
It definitely collects way more donations than the yellow bins that I have been to. I think this is perfect. They should have more, to tell the honest truth. For everybody who wants to donate any kind of clothes or shoes, please donate it to here, to Planet Aid.
Once the drivers have collected all their stops, they return to the plant where the trucks are weighed. Then we back them up to indoor building into the conveyors, and we start the offloading process. The clothes that we get on a daily basis are processed that day. They are baled. This facility currently is doing approximately 300,000 pounds a week in donations. All of our clothes, once they are baled up, we go through Garson & Shaw on an international basis. Most of our customers are in Central America, some South America. Countries that we send these clothes to rely heavily on our donations. We had a chance to go to Costa Rica through an event Garson & Shaw put on last spring. It surprised me how big the second-hand clothing market is in some of those countries. We got to see the process, how they sort through them. We got to go to some of the thrift stores. It is all second-hand thrift shops.
Garson & Shaw, headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, is essential in the distribution chain of the secondhand clothing industry, enabling the reuse of textiles around the world. We connect suppliers of secondhand clothing, shoes, and household goods with thrift stores, charities, and importers who mobilize millions of pounds of used clothing each year. Garson & Shaw supports the continued growth of its collaborators.
Garson & Shaw have over the last 25 years built a large distribution network of second-hand clothing worldwide. We are a very important part of the circular economy of bringing the donated and collected goods to the right market so it will be used before it ends up in a recycling facility or even worse, ends up in the landfill. Our service includes quality control by the suppliers and the entire logistic process. We are dealing with freight forwarders and shipping lines to ensure that the merchandise reaches its destination and the export procedure are in compliance with the laws and the regulations in the country of origin. For Garson & Shaw, it's not just about getting the goods out. We are constantly looking for ways to help our customers and solve their problems. Solutions for freight and for imports to grow the companies of our customers successfully. Garson & Shaw have offices not only in Atlanta, but also in Belize, Slovakia, Costa Rica, from where we are serving customers in approximately 45 countries on 5 continents, creating an impact on a global scale.
Our mission is to promote responsible consumption and the growth of a circular economy, a business model that makes us rethink how we produce and consume goods in the world. A 10% increase in secondhand clothing sales could reduce carbon emissions per ton of clothing by 3% and water used by 4%. The main objective is to achieve a society in which no textile ends up in landfills. In the United States, only about 15% of clothing is reused and recycled.
The clothing originates from the donator, and our suppliers are collectors of these clothes. What we do in logistics is moving that product from our suppliers collecting to rails and terminals and ocean ports, where they're loaded onto ocean containers and shipped on ocean vessels. Big boats that are shipped around the world and then delivered to our customers at destination.
Our professionals help each partner comply with regional, federal, and international regulations. We provide expert advice on the best shipping and receiving procedures.
Something that you donate here in the US or in Europe will travel around the world and find a new home in another country. I think that it's pretty incredible, actually.
Garson & Shaw is always seeking to boost the used clothing industry by promoting responsible textile consumption and promote always reuse before recycling worldwide. Our goal is a greener world where we connect unwanted clothing, shoes and household goods with people who need them, and by this be able to considerably reduce the pollution caused by the textile industry. We need a society where wearing second-hand is trendy.
Secondhand clothing helps mitigate the pollution that has been caused by the textile industry, in addition to helping create multiple green jobs. For example, according to our Reuse Before Recycle report, by the early 2040s, the used clothing sector will generate more than 3 million jobs in Central American countries, such as Guatemala, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Honduras.